What's up, guys? Welcome to the Kaizen method. My name is Kaivon.
This is Sang.
Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about rewarding yourself sooner. So instead of waiting until you're done, find times in between to give yourself that dopamine release and feel good. So why do you think this is really important to implement into your life?
Well, I think, everybody always work hard. I think nowadays, everybody's all about work. And yes, we fit and play, but the timing of fitting in play is very, very, very important. And for me, I feel like whenever I work, I get like really obsessed with working for a while, and I don't notice that I'm burning myself out when I'm working all the time, and I don't really treat myself out with like maybe something that I've always wanted. And it's good, I think that goes along with having goals, right? So if you have a goal, okay, great, you have a goal, but once you reach this goal, if you want to actually have more, ambition after that, you had to give yourself as a reward something, For me, like, I wanted a car for the longest time, and I told myself, hey, I'm not going to get a car until I make a certain amount, which is going to be great because then I'll be able to spend the amount and not feel bad that, like, hey, like, I just did it because no reason, I just felt like I needed it, but didn't really deserve it. So on the other note, like, what is the part of like going overboard and not being able to like give yourself that reward? Like for you, like, have you had a scenario where
the way I think about this is just like the way I broke it down to my friend who's trying to lose weight, right? He's trying to lose 20 pounds. I was like, listen, man, the way I see it is right now you only have one goal, right? You have 20 pounds, and no matter what happens, you could lose 18, you could lose 12, you could lose 6, and you're never there, so you're never gonna feel great. Even if you lose 18 pounds, you're like, I haven't hit my goal yet, and you're gonna have that feeling of like something's missing. So I said, you know what? Have that be your long-term goal. 20 pounds, right? That's your long-term goal. When you hit that, for sure, big dopamine rush. Yeah. But why not give yourself mini rewards in between? So I was like, why not every half a pound do something? So instead of, one reward, now there's 40 rewards. You break down 20 pounds, there's 40 times you lose half a pound. So every time it's building momentum, because you're like, oh, I did half a pound now, I can do half a pound next. Oh, I did 1 pound, it's whatever. The way that does is that when you have smaller rewards, it builds confidence, it builds positive momentum, and it makes sticking to the goal easier because you already had all these other ones you've accomplished. It said, for instance, if 20 pounds is the goal, you do 1 pound, you could be 10 weeks into a diet and not eat 20 pounds, feel like nothing's working, you're not even close to your goal. But if you said 20 pounds is the goal, but every week's 10 weeks into it, you lost 10 pounds, you're gonna feel amazing because you crushed your goal 10 times. So that's why I think it's really important. It builds confidence, it builds that momentum.
And I think it makes you more hungry, right? Because you're like, okay, great, like I can do it. It gives you belief. It gives you like, okay, like I've done this first step, and it's like chunking it, right? You just focus on 1% at a time rather than like a huge percent, right? But at the same time, you have to reward yourself sooner.
And it doesn't have to be like this huge reward. It's not, you don't have to go spend $500. It could be as simple as today, I'm gonna go and have a chat with my friends. I'm gonna go, like tonight, I'm gonna go a little bit less hard in the gym today. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be very simple as instead of having chicken for dinner tonight, I'm gonna have breaded chicken. It can be something super simple.
Yeah, like based on what you said earlier about a client of yours, I actually had a client personally that got like a pair of tennis shoes that actually revolved around with fitness. It's like, okay, I went to the gym. I'll put $1 aside every time I go to the gym, and every time, at the end of the month, I went for a whole month, I'm gonna get a pair of shoes, which is about, or even 2 months, however the case may be, but something that correlates to something that actually can pull you forward to doing more, or
I think that's perfect. A goal. Like, have a money goal. Like every time I hit half a pound, I'll put $5 away. Once I make $70, I'll buy a new pair of shoes. So there's always this different rewards stacking upon each other, instead of just one big reward and you have to wait. Like, why do that? It's gonna be so hard to do.
And I've done that before. I've done it before where like I've worked really, really hard, and I kept on just working, and I didn't reward myself, and I caught myself burning myself out eventually. And what I mean by burning myself out is like I didn't really see what was the whole purpose of me working all this, because I had really no play time. I really had no like time to like, oh, okay, great, this is why I'm working hard for this, to spend more time or have more quality time doing something else that I actually really enjoy and love. And you have to do that in the beginning and fit that in. And I think the key topic here is do it sooner than later. When is it too much where you're working for such a long period of time and didn't have something that was like set up where like, you know, going ATVing or something like, hey, that's something I always wanted to do. Perfect. Like what time of the year that I want to do it.
Instead of ATVing, the goal could be, I just want to look online at ATVs.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the reward. Okay, I looked online. That's okay. Now next thing I want to do is look at times. And every single time take a step. So for instance, I have a friend who's having a really hard time reading because he's always thinking about finishing the entire book.
Oh my God.
And I was like, hey, like, you know what if today you just opened your book? That was only your goal. Today, every single day, just open your book. You don't even have to even read. Just get used to getting your book out, opening it. Okay, now he has that momentum to do it. All right, now the goal is to read 5 pages. So you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the whole book. And what's happening is every time you read the 5 pages, he's getting a dopamine shot that's like, hey, reward yourself.
Wow,
you're doing good.
true.
And it keeps you going. Because what happens is your body fiends for dopamine. That's why you do things. That's why you follow habits. Because every time you check off a habit, you get dopamine rush. So when you build that habit of reading 5 pages a day, it'll lead to finishing the book. And eventually you'll get a dopamine shot for every single part of it. So that's the goal. Yeah, it's like
the whole process.
The whole process.
Well, like I said, those are some of the tips that we would give to you guys if you guys are actually trying to reward yourself or think about rewarding yourself in the future. We come up with really good content all the time. So please hit the like button and subscribe and tell a friend, please. That would really help our channel out.
Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think about this. What is the one main takeaway you got from this?
Exactly.
And my name is Kaivon.
My name is Sang. Till next time.
Peace out, guys.